when we drafted her back in January, we knew she was an incredible talent. We knew she just needed to be in a professional environment and get some time. Credit to Dan, who's done an incredible job with all of our goalkeepers, and I think now we're in a space where we can play all three of them and it's competitive. Giving her first professional minutes tonight was a choice we decided to make based on the fact that you get to a stage as a goalkeeper when you have to find out if you're ready or not, and I think Angelina just proved to the world why she's a professional goalkeeper now. I would never sit here and say that we have a perfect performance, but I think actually tonight there's a lot of spaces that we can grow in. I think that we had some good spells. I don't think we were consistent enough in possession. I think we had some moments where we had spells where we defended brilliantly, and we had a couple of moments where we switched off. I think we'll always be disappointed to concede a goal. We obviously give away a penalty as well, but just consistency in our performance. I think we show some really bright moments. What we do show now is grit and determination and the willingness to put our bodies on the line in spaces to get points and results. But there's huge room for us to grow. I think we looked like we had a break and we come off a break, and I think we have to brush away this performance and move on to how we can be better in the next one. Yeah, she was brilliant today. I mean, we asked her to face forward as much as she can, and when she faces forward, she causes problems for the other team because she has a good variety on her passes. She can pick out players, she can dribble, and I think asking her to be brave and face forward, we wanted to play with bravery tonight. We've had a couple of results against Portland that we were disappointed in. I think we had to come out and be brave tonight and show who we want to be as a soccer team, and really find our momentum in the attacking third, and that's what we asked Sav to do, and she did a brilliant job.
Yeah, and then Amandine, I know she didn't play, but she was on the bench today. Was she available to go tonight if you want?
Yeah, I think with Amandine, obviously, I've said this, she's come off coming in from being potentially in the World Cup, so it's managing her as a human and managing her as a player. She's come in here and she's focused and she wants to play, and I think we have to find the right moment to get her on the field based on the fact that she's had a crazy 6 months. She had a couple of injuries, she's moved countries, she's been in the World Cup squad, and now she's back in with us, and I think, again, making sure that she's prepared and ready for her debut is really important. She's a complete professional, and she understands that she wants to be ready, and when it's the right moment, she'll play. But yes, she's not injured. It's getting her to game fitness and finding the right moment to give her a debut. Yeah, I think when we look at our last 15 minutes after we scored against North Carolina, it wasn't particularly pretty, but it was that how do we make sure we get 3 points. I think we were able to do the same thing tonight. I still think we have areas of improvement where we did actually create some opportunities for Portland in the last few minutes that we could have avoided, but it's a space for us to grow. We were able to get players on the field tonight that are in their rookie season with the club, and they're only going to get better from these moments, right? You can put them in at 3-0, 4-0, but that's not the moments they improve. The moments they improve is when you're trying to grind out a result. So really good for us to be able to get Mac, Kelsey, obviously Angelina, minutes in the field, but in important moments, and I think that's really important.
Are the things that, when you're in those moments where things aren't going your way, that they're accomplishing now that maybe they weren't?
I think it's just being able to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 11 people that can pull each other through. Somebody to take leadership, ownership of what do we need in this moment? How do we kill time, or how do we keep possession of the ball? What do we need in this moment? And I think we've talked a lot about who are we in the last 10 minutes? Who are we when we are up? Who are we when we're down? Who are we when we need a point? Who are we when we need 3 points? And it's something that we bring up daily. You have to train that way too, right? If you play at the end of training and your team is winning or losing, you still have to play to win. And I think the more you can build that into your daily life, the easier it becomes on the field. And that's something that we've just looked to really, really harp on. Games in this league are won and lost in half a second, and we know that every second counts. I wish you would have seen my face. No, I think we have, again, spoke about moments in details in the last 10 minutes of games, and obviously that was a moment we dug into, and we knew that we will be prepared for those moments. Kind of knew that this might be something that they threw on us, and again, you have to show growth and you have to show progress, and I think we showed that tonight, and I think that any moment that we're put in a position where it's difficult or uncomfortable, we're only going to get better from, and I think you could see that tonight. It was someone that came into preseason with us, and she just looks like a pro, plays like a pro. She still is a rookie, and we have to give her incredible amount of grace and coaching, especially coming into LA and being a rookie is really hard. There's a lot more pressure. I think the occasion is always big, and I think she's come in and she's worked so hard in training. She works away from the field to keep improving, and she's really embracing being a pro. And I think when you could see that, what we play against in training every day is the league. So you have to be prepared to play players, because that's why you bring them in for, ultimately, is to prepare them for the next 10, 15 years of hopefully what you hope is they're going to be their career.